So before Christmas, an unreleased Splatfest Eggs vs Omelets was discovered. This image was found in the terminal model that does appear in Inkopolis Square whenever a Splatfest does happen. Now this is a really interesting discovery, but what does it mean for the player? Is this going to be the next Splatfest? Will we see this Splatfest go live in the game? I don't think we will, just because apparently this image was existing in the game since it did come out. So if Nintendo wanted to use this Splatfest, I kind of feel like they would have done it already. And if you look at the image looks more like the Splatoon 1 Splatfest artwork than the Splatoon 2 Splatfest artwork. So I think Nintendo were using this image to test out the terminal model in Inkopolis Square when they did develop or start to develop Splatoon 2. I think this image is just a test image and that is it. To be honest, Eggs vs Omelets, it's a little bit of a weird Splatfest. So yeah, this could have been the demo Splatfest instead of cake versus ice cream. Maybe Nintendo were testing out different topics. This is one of the ones that they did come up with. But for the demo Splatfest, that was free for everybody, which of course did come out a month before the full game came out in July 2017. Maybe Nintendo were playing around with different topics for that Splatfest, and this is one of the topics that they did come up with. Maybe this could have been a scrapped Splatoon 1 Splatfest topic, or it could have just been Nintendo testing out the terminal model in Inkopolis Square. And that is all what this image is, but definitely is a really interesting discovery. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Speaking of Splatfest, it seems like the next one in Japan will be Straight vs Funny Man. This is a topic that Nintendo did use in Japan for Splatoon 1 for one of its Splatfest topics. It seems like they get more repeat Splatfest than what we do. I'm really glad that us in the West don't get as many repeat Splatfests as Japan. I don't think that will go down well in the community. But having thought about it a little bit more, what would you rather have? The exclusive gear that the Japanese always get and get more repeat Splatfests, or you get no exclusive gear but you get more original Splatfest topics? I think I know what the answer will be. You would rather be in Japan's situation. You would rather have the gear. I am just presuming what your answer will be. Maybe some of you guys might prefer us getting more original Splatfest than us getting exclusive gear. But of course, those two sort of things aren't related really. So going back to the unreleased, undiscovered topic that I was talking about at the start of the video. In the Octo expansion art book, a Reddit user called NeoJ7 has put up an image. It appears to show an unreleased jewelry weapon. Now the image on the left that NeoJ is pointing at, I don't think that is Needle Jewelries. I think that is the Jewelry Squelcher. But the one on the right, it definitely does look a brand new weapon. Nintendo did come up with this concept of having a needle sort of jewelry type weapon in the game. It's a shame that Nintendo didn't release this to the public. I think it would have gone down well. It definitely does look really cool from the weapon design, but maybe Nintendo, maybe they tested it out and it was unbalanced or just didn't work, or maybe this was just purely concept art. It was just purely an idea and that was it. They didn't really feel like it was the best thing to go down that route, putting in a needle jeweler. But yeah, it definitely is really interesting how this art book also features unreleased weapons as well. Now in a video I uploaded in January, I did feature this image. Some people in the comment section of that video pointed out that the weapon the Octoling is using could be another unreleased weapon. Unfortunately, I don't think we will ever see these sort of weapons in Splatoon 2. Weapon updates did end in December. I kind of feel like if Nintendo wanted to add in these weapons to the game, they would have done it already. They were just ideas and that was it. Nintendo never planned to make those weapons. They were just part of the artwork. That's just what I think, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Inside Games recently held a poll for Japanese Splatoon 2 players to list their favourite weapons in the game. This is the top 5 that they did settle on. 5th place is the Tentacake Splattershot. 4th place is the Splattershot Junior. 3rd place is the Custom Splattershot Junior. 2nd place is the Sploosh-O-Matic. The most popular weapon is the NZAP 85. Now I'm not sure how old this poll is, just because there doesn't seem to be that many new weapons featured on this poll. It sounds like to me that this poll is something that they did do when the game did come out. It doesn't sound recent to me, but yeah, Japan, they like the NZAP 85. Hori are releasing a Splatoon 2 play stand for the Switch in March 2019. You can order this play stand on Play Asia. There will be a link in the description. Now this stand allows you to play whilst charging in an angled stand. You can fold it up for portability and you can adjust the angle of the stand as well. So yeah, it's coming out in March 2019. You can pre-order it from Play Asia. Now on Nintendo UK's Twitter account, they did release a video showing Nogame and Takahashi at the Victoria and Albert Museum. This is a promotion for a competition where you can win tickets to that exhibition where Splatoon is featured. Now one interesting thing about that video is that we got to see Miyamoto playing Splatoon for the first time, and what that video did show off is that Nintendo did use the first level. I do believe it was called Super Bell Hill, but they used the first level from Super Mario 3D World to test out the Splatoon mechanics. This is a really interesting detail that we didn't learn before. I'm really glad that we got to see Miyamoto playing Splatoon for the first time. It's interesting how Nintendo used something from Super Mario 3D World. They used something unrelated to Splatoon to test out the mechanics. This is sort of related to some piece of news that we did learn about last year. In 2018 we learned that Yoshi was one of the main characters that Nintendo did use to test out the gameplay mechanics before they did settle on Inklings. It definitely is a really cool detail on the history of the game. So Europe has had its own Splatoon 2 tournament. Now you guys in North America will be getting your own Splatoon 2 tournaments as well. The North America Inkling Open will be kicking off really soon. Online qualifiers will be kicking off really soon. The winners will be going to PAX East on the 30th of March to compete in a tournament there. So yeah, it's really cool that you guys in North America will be getting your own tournament as well. Nintendo will actually be streaming the finals for each online qualifier. So yeah, make sure you get involved if you are interested in that sort of thing. The last topic for this video is that you can get the Agent 8 Octolings in Smash Bros Ultimate. Their spirits will be part of the new event that will be kicking off on the 25th of January. So if you haven't got the Agent 8 Octolings yet, make sure you do take part in that Smash Bros Spirit event. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you in my next video soon, hopefully.